Hello there, this is Diamond from Diamond Shine Soap. Guys, I'm so glad to have you in the studio today. We have not done a video in a long time. I know. I know y'all just ready to go, but please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay? So anyway, let me tell you guys before I go into the video and tell you what we're going to be making today. First of all, it's going to be some lovely dessert pans. Guys, listen. If you do not know what these pans are, I will make sure I put the link in the description box so you do not miss a beat. But let me tell you a little bit about these coaching sessions that I do during the week. Yes. They're 30-minute sessions. We do one-on-one. We talk to each other about different things. It could be labeling. It could be branding. It could be wicking. A lot of people, I mean, they just get stuck at wick and be like, you know what? I think I'm just going to go wickless because I'm just tired of this candle just burning down to the middle. We talk about wax. I give wax suggestions. I didn't have a diamond. I did not have a diamond to help me when I got into the industry. If I had a diamond to help me, I would have not spent all of this money behind me. This is nothing. I got more fragrance than you could possibly think. This is nothing. I spent so much money. I spent so much time. I spent so much wax. I spent so much Amazon. I spent so much jars. I spent so much Aztec. I spent so much money on testing that I did not have to spend. So what I usually do is when I talk to people, I cut out all of that. I tell you what to do, what not to do, and that helps you save money. Usually people who start up, they spend $1,000, $2,000. Somebody told me they spent $5,000 on their startup. No, we cut all of that, okay, and get straight to the point. So that's what we do in the coaching. Guys, listen, all you gotta do is book that coaching session. You will not be disappointed. I'm telling you, it is worth the $50. And listen, most people do those coaching sessions. I know one in particular, they charge people $300. So look, I'm not here to rob people. I'm here to help people. That's the purpose of this channel. Free information, free candles, free all this is free. Free. YouTube has not paid me, so don't just look at me like, oh, YouTube is paying her. No, no. This is all free, guys. Without further ado, let's talk about these dessert pans. I want to give you guys the list of what you will need to get this party started. Okay. So look, these are some aluminum pans we're going to be using. We're going to do about 3 different types of pans. If you know I'm going to do something, you know we got to go all out. This ain't going to be my last. I'm telling you, listen, this week is going to be a good week. We're going to do a whole lot of videos because what I did notice is there's a lot of candle makers coming in, and they are just coming in trying to make dessert candles and stuff like that, and they need some help. So I'm about to step in and be a superwoman and save the day, okay? So you're going to need that. You're going to need some Wicks. I have a 5-inch pan, so I'm going to use 2 Wicks. Now, if you're doing those one-on-one sessions with me, then you already know what I'm talking about. I need 2 3-inch diameter Wicks. That's what I'm going to need for that. It's a 5-inch pan. Why am I using 2 3-inch diameters? Because if it's a little over 5-inch. So if it's a little over 5-inch, I want to make sure that I cover that, and also I want to make sure I cover those embeds on top. So that's where you start at. You start at that particular, and if it's like you need to wick up, you'll know if you need to wick up. But in most cases, if you don't put too much on the top, it should be fine. So you need that. You need some embeds. I'm not sure what kind of thing you're doing. Usually I have my lovely Schaefer B. I use her embeds, those fruit embeds, guys, the pineapples, the strawberries. Guys, if you need to know about Sabrina and everything that she's doing with the embeds, all you got to do is join the Facebook group. Do not forget, guys, we have a Facebook group where we talk to each other. Listen, this is a very calm, chill, relaxed group. The group is now, there's a nice amount of people in there, but one thing I do is I make sure I stay in the group and I look for all kinds of things. Like, we don't do fighting in our group. We don't do nobody coming under a post being discouraging. We don't do any of that. Like, in this particular group is peace. And if I see a fight, if I see some negativity, I'll put you right out. That's it. It's no talking about it behind closed doors. It's none of that. So Sabrina is in the group. Sabrina has very nice embeds, guys. On the thing I showed you guys, her crumble and stuff like that. She has, oh my God, hold on, let me smell it. Ooh, okay, I'm back. Those is that's her crumble, and I still got a little bit of her stuff because I've been using it up. But this her pineapple. I already showed y'all that before. That's the okay. All right. Ooh, okay. I just had to get a sniff, y'all. I just had to get a hit. I had to get a hit. I had to get a hit. I had to get a hit. All right, I'm back. All right, so look, let me pull the camera down, y'all. We're going to go ahead and look at everything that you need. Listen, I'm doing a mermaid one. I'm doing a sugar cookie, and I'm doing an Oreo ice cream one. So you're going to need some wax today. If you're working with me and we doing this, you're going to need some wax. So I already made my cookies. Guys, listen. It's going to be so funny when you see this. I am not up for the wait. Flexi Mode has this thing on their website. I'm sure if you've been on there where they say it's a shortage and, you know, they have little in stock. I ain't got time to wait on nobody but the Lord. Oh yeah, hallelujah. So, with that being said, I made my own molds or whatever, guys. I usually show y'all little yellow molds, but I made these. I got a video. You could go back to this video. You can go back to the video and you can just learn how to make your own molds. At this point, you know, I'm not really trying to order nothing where I gotta wait forever, because you guys don't want to wait forever for me to do a video. So with those molds, I ended up doing like some little, as you can see, little sugar cookies. You see that? Okay, I want to make sure you can see that. I had to wait till you say yeah. Okay. And I just basically put the wax on it and made it look just like a cookie. And so these are the ones that I made. I just go to Dollar Tree and just get a pack of cookies and just use those. And then this is like the chocolate chip cookie from Dollar Tree, like the Chips Ahoy, because I wanted to have a small one. But I took that and I basically took the wax and made these little teeny tiny ones as well. So like, look, when during the shortage, like sometimes you gotta make it happen yourself. You can't wait on nobody. So that's the purpose of me doing that at home. So guys, I already did that. The Oreos, you can make these too at home. You know, you could just pretty much make the Oreo mold in the house. Don't sit there and wait on somebody else to have stuff. If you could just go to Walmart, buy you some 100% silicone and do it yourself. All right, let's get right into it. Okay, so I have poured my wax in here. And I used about 8 ounces of wax in this container. I wanted to make sure I told you guys exactly what to use. Don't worry about the wicks, like as far as them laying all over, because we're going to cover up the top. So the wicks don't have to be perfect. This is what I used. And guys, sometimes I just want to show y'all what I use. But I used this Mrs. Claus cookies. I had this from last year, like last Christmas. And I figured like, okay, so the holidays is coming soon, so it's time to start pulling this stuff back out and using this. I wanted to show you guys, that way you know, because some people be asking me, oh, what does it smell like? And, you know, so we're going to let this go ahead and solidify, and then we're going to go ahead and decorate our tops. I'm so excited, guys. Get ready, get ready, get ready. But I'm going to use that. So you're going to take some wax, and you're going to paint with the wax. Me, I got a big bowl that's solidifying, so I'm going to use this. I'm just letting this get down to a certain temperature, because this is what we're going to use for our whip. So I got that down to 66. So what you do is you just take the glitter. Now make sure you get yourself like a piece of paper or something. Okay, so you just kind of take it. Matter of fact, you know what? This is a good idea. You could just use the heat gun. That's really quick and easier. So you take the heat gun, and just kind of melt it down a little bit with the heat gun on top. Just get it a little wet, not too much. Get it a little wet, and just go ahead and take your glitter. Put your glitter on there. Apply your glitter to it. Give it like a little detail, because when it go on there, you'll be able to see all this detail on the candle. This would be really cute. So again, take your heat gun and apply a little glitter. And if you want to use different colors, you can. I'm just kind of using this blue because I don't want to use the purple because I feel like I already got purple. But if I mix it together, let me show you what it looked like if I did choose to use the purple. This is what the purple would look like that. It would be pretty. It's nothing wrong with it. Kind of gives it a little, you know, it's okay. It's okay. So those are my two small ones. I'm going to do my last little big one. And then I'm going to kind of get the wax together. I'm going to put it, best way to get the wax, to deal with the wax, either come back the next day or put it in the refrigerator. That's the best way to deal with it. So there's my, I'm going to use the purple on this one. Then I'm going to use a little blue. And it just comes out marvelous. It really looked like a fin. This is really going to be a beautiful candle. It's really going to be beautiful. I got this idea just, you know, kind of thinking, sitting back thinking like what would be a nice candle. And I love sea, under the sea type themes, like, you know, stuff like that. I don't necessarily like mermaids, you know, but I mean, I'm just making the candle. I don't like mermaids at all. I'm not a mermaid fan at all. I don't like stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm just doing it for a candle though. Okay, so here's our wax. Now we're gonna let this wax solidify because this is gonna be 464 whip. Like I told you guys before, the best thing to do when you're making whip is to use 464 because 464 is just unbelievably smooth. So these are going to be, I'm going to paint these little stars with you guys too. And I'll probably go ahead and get some little seashells going, you know, depending on how I feel. Because I don't know if I feel like doing all of that. But I'm going to paint them stars with you guys too. But what I'm going to do right now is just do a little bit of fragrance inside of, I want you guys to see this because a lot of newbies ask this question and I could be like, oh, I did it in this video. So I have about 54 ounces of wax. I'm going to use 4.9 ounces of fragrance. I'm going to use more like around 9%. And this is the, like I showed you guys, Mrs. Claus cookies. Yeah, my little Christmas one. So I'm using about 4.9 ounces of fragrance. 4.8, 4.9. Okay. So when you do that and you go to pour your fragrance in, I got this at about 160 degrees. I could usually go a little bit lower, but I'm not in the mood for all that today. I just want to get it done. So you go ahead and you mix it up for about 2 minutes straight. The best thing to use is a whisk. And that's what I typically use, is a whisk. Like, you know, just straight out of the kitchen, because it's going to bind a little quicker. And you won't have to do the 2 minutes. You just have to whisk it. You know, so make sure you whisk it. Get it all, you know, nice and bonded together. And then you just kind of sit it off to the side and, you know, let it just get cute how it get cute. And because I'm getting ready to melt down. I'm making some seashells and everything too. Like, this is going to be a beautiful candle, a very beautiful candle. I'm going to do like a bluish green type of color to pipe on the top. So this is really going to be nice, guys. I'm telling you, it's really going to be nice. You definitely are in for a bit of a surprise. Okay, so now that we're done with that, I'm going to just sit that off to the side. And I'm going to take a few stars out. Now, I know I'm not going to have to fight with the stars as much as I had to fight with the, you know, the other stuff. And the seashells, I'm just going to go ahead and use some white wax and let that harden in here. Or some cream. Actually, I'm going to use cream wax. I have plenty cream wax I just dumped out. Okay. That's why you never throw wax away. I got some old cream wax. Okay, so these are purple. And I'm going to go ahead and just lightly, I'm going to just go ahead and lightly glitter them. I'm just going to lightly, not too much. I don't really want to make them all look alike. So just a little bit. I'm gonna grab my heat gun. And it's kind of like a little light glitter. Not too much. Okay. So I'm done with those. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get our wax ready to pipe. And we are going to have a beautiful time with this candle. And also I'm going to get my little seashells in here as well. Alright. Okay, so here we go. I have taken my buttercream candle icing out the refrigerator. And now I'm going to go ahead and whip it. I want you guys to see this. Because some of y'all still act like y'all don't know what y'all doing when it comes down to whipping. But as you can see, this is 464. And I'm going to divide this up into two, but I just made a lot all at one time. This is 54 ounces. 54 ounces. I made a lot at one time just so that I could be able to put it up and store it, because that's what you could do. You could store it for another day. And you could just re-whip it just like it was when you first did it. You know, it'll be as soft as it was the first day. You just got to work with it a little bit more and use the heat gun, and it will be as soft as it was the first day. But as you can see, it's nice and fluffy and purdy. It's beautiful. So I'm going to divide this up into two different bowls because I'm going to be using different colors on different candles. Yeah. So the first one, the first sugar cookie, we're gonna make that like a light purple. Or another color, we just want to see, but I just want you guys to see this, the whipping, so you can see how it's supposed to look. You see that consistency? That's exactly how it's supposed to be. It's thick like that. Beautiful, beautiful. Not watery. Not watery, but that is beautiful. Okay. Okay, so here's the reason why I always tell you guys never thaw out your wax, because what I'm about to do right now, instead of adding color to this bowl right here, I'm going to take a little bit of old wax. I'm going to melt it down, and it's going to give me some color. This is why I don't throw nothing away, and this is like very important that you just, you know, don't just be throwing stuff away, because it may come in handy. You never know when it's going to come in handy. So this is a little bit of purple. I don't want to use a whole lot. So I'm just going to go ahead and see how that came out. Let me mix it up. And just kind of look at it and see. Like, okay, it's not really dark. So I'm going to go ahead and add more. So you just pretty much add as much as you need to make it as dark as you want it. And this is what I'm looking for, like a baby, like a really light. I'm looking for a really, because I don't want to melt the wax, I just want to melt this, so I had to bring it back a little bit. I'm looking for like a really light, very light purple. I don't want nothing heavy. If I needed a heavy color, I would definitely be using the dye blocks, but for something like this, I want it to be very light. So just be careful and not melt the wax in the bowl, or just melting the wax like in your hand. This little block was, you know, an old wax. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and mix this together one more time, and this is perfect. This is exactly how I want it to look. This color purple, I want it to be like a light, pretty purple. Exactly. This is perfect. So that's nice and ready. That's the color I wanted it to be. But if you want it to be a little bit darker, you can go ahead and add, like, you know, let's say I want it to be, you know, I wouldn't mind it being just a tad bit darker. You could just go ahead and add just a little bit more. And right now I'm making kind of a mess. That's why it's good to have something down. Like, have you a sheet of paper or something down, some newspaper, something like that. Have that down so when you do this kind of stuff, you know, you don't have too much of a cleanup. Okay, and so add like a light lavender purple, and that's perfect. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that in my piping bag. But earlier I did use this piping tip, and so because I used it, I'm not going to go ahead and do nothing new. I'm just going to take this wax out of it. I'm going to go ahead and get this wax out. Just hit it with the heat gun and let the wax kind of fall out. Just kind of hit it with a heat gun and soften up the wax. And when you go to put something in there, it'll just kind of fall out. It'll come out the tip really easy. Because not all the time do you have to redo that bag. You know, sometimes we just need to use it right then and there. So, alright, so what we do now is grab your spatula. I'm grabbing mine, taking it out of my whipped wax. Beautiful 464, so beautiful. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to begin to put it inside my piping bag. I'm lift this up so you guys can see it. Okay. Alright, that's good. Making sure you guys can get in on the action too. Okay. Alright, so that's good. That's good enough. I got enough going. Alright, so I'm going to just kind of shoot some out of here just to, yeah, get it right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this to the side, move that to the side, and I'm going to take my wicks, make sure that they are centered, because if you didn't line them up, they will be kind of off. So I'm just going to slide mine over. I know it look crazy, but I'm just dragging them over because I want them to be in the middle. I don't want them all the way over here. Like, that's just way off. And I didn't arrange it to be that way, so you know it can pull that way. Okay, so there you go. Alright, so let me make sure you guys can see everything that I'm doing. Okay, so now we're going to have like a pipe night, pipe fest. And we're going to go ahead and just begin to put some, you know, some whipped wax inside of the vessel. And if you notice that it's like it's not coming out right or whatever, you got plenty opportunity. Don't feel like, oh my God, I'm running it in, you know, it's gonna melt or it's not going, you know, you can fix it. You can go and you can fix it. So okay, so I got everything looking the way I want it to look. So I'm going back to fix all of this up. You know, guys, I made a little mess, so I'm going back to kind of fix things up. I'm just kind of just piping it on in there, and you know, little dots, nothing special, you know, because at the end of the day, this is like, you know, frosting, so it don't have to be too cute, too perfect, because you know, sometimes people just rub it on in there with a butter knife. So it's just up to you on how you want it to look. And this is just the way I'm doing it. Just kind of going around, putting little parts. Now I'm going to let it come up a little bit higher because I have some cookies that I want to put in there. Of course, we're not just going to make it all purple and just leave it purple. We want it to be a little bit more higher up. And it's cute. It kind of look like little flowers everywhere. So I'm putting in as much as I have in my piping bag. Maybe a little bit extra that I have just kind of sitting around if I need it, but don't look like I really need it. Alright, so that's good. Okay, so that's the way we have it. We have it sitting like that. Okay, so because it's soft, we can do some stuff with it. And it's going to take us a while for it to get hard, so we could just kind of put some cute little cookies in it. Yes, that is so cute. Put some cute little cookies. Okay guys, so I went ahead, put those cookies on in there, added some sprinkles, and there you go. This is our first pan that we made together. Now we're going to go ahead and get ready for the next pan, and that's going to be the Mermaid Pan. And let's get ready. Alright. Okay, so for the next candle, we're going to do a little blue. So these are my blue old embeds. I'm just kind of melting them down. And that's why I was telling y'all, sometimes it depends on what you're doing. You don't need to use new color. Like, you can use the old wax. I just told y'all that before, and I'm going to keep saying that over and over. And this is what I'm doing, using the old wax. So I'm making like an ocean kind of color for this one, because this one's going to be like a this one is going to be like a beach theme type of candle. So I want it to be like an ocean. So that's why I'm using this blue. And that's what it's going to achieve for me. If I would have used like blue dye, it would have made it too dark. So I had to do it this way. So now that's making a mess. I know. No, don't beat me up. Beat me later, okay? I can deal with it. Well, ain't nothing that a heat gun can't cure. Heat gun got my back. Okay, so now I'm looking at it. I'm loving this color. It is definitely what I was trying to achieve, because I didn't want it to be too blue. That's why I just was like, let me do this. Let me do it this way. So I just want to clean up the sides, because around the sides, most of the time, be all the fresh white wax that you can kind of get in. Now, I have a little purple in here too, like a twist of purple from the last thing that I did. But it's actually good because it gives it like a I want to put a little purple in. Actually, it gives it more of a C. You know, it gives it more of that theme, that theme that we're looking for. So I'm gonna add a little bit of purple on the side of the piping bag. All right, so that's that. We got our blue that we are trying to achieve. So now we're going to go ahead and pull in this last candle so we can make that. Remember to bring your wicks all the way to the middle. This one is adjusted. It's fine. Just bending up the thing. You don't want to do that. But this one is nice and adjusted. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set the piping bag up. I'm going to use the same piping bag that I already had. So it's going to have a little bit of a purple in it anyway, which is good. And I'm going to add some of the purple to the wax before I'm finished. Like I'm gonna show y'all how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna teach y'all how to Dougie. So here's my blue. I'm adding my blue in here, and I can't add too much. I gotta kind of wait a second. Alright, so I'm shaking that out. Okay, so now I have to go and I gotta kind of do a test run because I know it got hard inside the tip, but that's all right. You know, you just kind of just push it out, and if it's taking too much to come out, then you know you're gonna have to use a heat gun, because if not, you're gonna break it. So you don't want to break it, you don't want to cause them kind of problems. So I'm just gonna heat gun to kind of get it to soften up and come out. Because you'll break the plastic piping bag trying to get it to come out. So you don't want to do that. That causes bigger problems that we don't got time for. Okay, so now we got it. Now we're piping perfectly. So it's coming out purple at first, which is pretty fine. Because it's going to kind of go together, as you can see. It's giving us some under the sea vibes. And this is going to be pretty, very pretty. Because we're going to decorate this really nice. Very nice. This is going to look really nice. We got a lot of things to add to it to bring it out. So, you know, guys, we're going to have to be patient with this one. This is going to be one of our greatest masterpieces. In the name of Jesus. Amen. Just going to say it like that. Yes, Lord. This is going to be a blessed candle. One of them candles that all your customers are going to be like, oh my God, how did you come up with this great idea? Don't even mention my name. Hey, just say, look, girl, I was just up studying. Okay, so yeah, I pretty much covered up that purple. Didn't mean to, but I mean, I guess that's all right. I'm probably gonna go back and, no, I'm adding so much color to it. I really don't need it. I don't. So, but I do want this candle to sit up a little bit higher, so I'm gonna put a little bit more wax in here. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm adding a lot of embeds, and I want it to have, like, I want it to look really beautiful. So, alright, so I'm pretty much done adding the wax to the cup. I'm about to put it back in the, I'm talking about adding it to the cup, adding it to the piping bag. I'm pretty much done with this part. I'm going to go ahead and add it to the candle. Okay, so let me shake it out. Give me a second, guys. And we're going to add some very vibrant colors. I saved the best for last for this candle. I mean, this candle is just going to be so different. We saved the best for last. We're going to add some very vibrant, beautiful colors to this one. So this little blue is only just a tip of what we get ready to see. We get ready to see something really nice. Okay, so just keep on piping, you know, because the more you pipe, the taller it is, the more beautiful it will be. And then hold, I want you to go ahead and hold this pipe. I want you to hold this wax, this last little bit of wax. Hold off on that. Don't put that in there. Go ahead and get your embeds. I'm grabbing mine. Grabbing my embeds. So I'm going to go ahead and put a purple star right here. Purple star right there. Just grabbing more. Purple star right there. Next thing I want to add is a pink star. This is going to be one of the most beautiful candles you have ever made. That's a pink star. That's going to look so nice when we're done. Now remember, we colored these beautiful embeds, so we're going to add one right here. Like, we're going to let it lay out like a fin, and looks like it's inside. And move that to the side. We're going to add another right here. Just kind of push it down, because it will end up going down. I mean, it may be sitting up, but it will end up being like that. Just kind of push it down. This one is just sitting up. Another one we're going to put on the other side. That's pink. That's purple. We're going to do another pink one right here. Okay, we did another pink one right there. Okay, and then we got a beautiful seashell. We're going to add right there. Beautiful seashell. Another seashell. We're going to add right here. And then we're going to add, if we can, we're going to add one more fin. Okay, there we go. Well, you know what? I'd rather add a purple right there. I think a purple would bring it out a little bit more. So let's see if we can find a purple one. Oh, so that's why, because we had broke. Did I break all my purple ones? I know I got a purple one somewhere, Jesus. You know what? That's exactly what it is. I had broke them. That's why I don't have no long purple ones. That's why they're not fitting like that. So I'm just going to add the little purple one right there. And that's how we do. We got two big ones right here. We got that right there. And I can add one more something right there. And what would I add right here? Maybe a beautiful star. Let's see. I might add a little pink beautiful star over here. And that is all we need on this candle. This candle looks absolutely beautiful. I love it. It is marvelous. Oh my God, this is so different. So if we wanted to add something else, to add a little spoof, a little oof to it, we could easily just throw in a little bit of beads, because they kind of like pearls. And that's all I really want to add. I don't want to add sprinkles. I just want to add a few of these pearls on here. And guys, this is why you love me so much, because sometimes I sit back and think about doing this stuff, and I don't even know. I think that this just truly be the Lord. I can't get no credit for this, because it just comes to my mind. Anything that comes to my mind like that, it has to be the Lord. It really do. So I just give him all the credit for this candle. This is one of the most beautiful candles that I've made thus far. I love it. I really love it. Guys, I hope you love it as much as I love it. I'm going to go ahead and post this video. I'm done with it tonight. I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. I just want to post it so fast. I'm going to post this video, and I'm going to answer as many questions, as many comments as I possibly can inside the comment section. Guys, I hope you love this candle as much as I love it. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You do not want to miss the next candle we will be doing on the channel, guys. Yay! Beautiful.